All right, good morning, everyone. Um, oh my, I have another message. Oh my. Okay, so I just want to talk business this morning while I'm waking up, and then I have like a really busy day. It's easy for me to get these done in the morning before I walk out the door, or I will never get videos done. So it's like my consistent time that I do these talks. I try to be consistent. And then if I have other stuff during the day, I do that. So, um, meaning I do other videos. So that's what I meant. So, do I really want a business, guys? Do I really? I was warned. I was warned. I will say that. I was warned I'm going to have hard days. And so, just like class, you get in the class, easy peasy. It was a total breeze until the very like near the end. You feel like throwing something because you're trying to pull your idea together. You're trying to figure things out and you got like a mountain to climb. So there's highs and lows in business. And we were told, and this is where I was warned, after you graduate, you're going to have hard days. So, no question about it, but be prepared as much as you can. So, last night I had a customer complain. And I said, look, when I left your place, you said you were happy. You said you were very happy with the clean. Now you're telling me 7 days later that there's this, this, and this. So, this is why, guys, when I do my business, when I leave, I ask the customer, do a walkthrough, check things, tell me what you think before I leave because I'm not coming back. And I already had said, their vacuum broke. So I was already like, I'll come back the next visit and use my vacuum. You told me we were using yours, so that's really not on me. Da 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 da. And there was this drama last night, and I'm like, yeah, you're not my customer, basically. You're not. So that was a whole nother thing. So, I had pictures, I sent pictures, and yeah. Okay, so that was the situation last night. So luckily, I was on a phone call, a message with a friend who was very encouraging because I'm like, what the heck? I have a presentation, coming up next week, and I don't need my business pulled down, right? So you have to protect yourself. You have to be like, okay, if this customer is going to make some stuff up, with a few things and, the accusations are flying, da 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 da, we're not working together. So it's not personal, it's business. So then yesterday I picked up this company I'm working for and it's online. Everything is online and I had 2 interviews online. So I was a little bit wary because the people are not in person. And I'm like, be careful with your bank account. Be careful with all this because they could rip you off. I did look them up. The reviews were good. So I said, well, I'll give it a shot. So yesterday I went over and I worked with 2 other girls and we went in and cleaned a home and we did a great job. I have minimum of 20 pictures of everything. I'll probably post a couple pictures on my community site so that you guys can see the type of work I do. Spotless work. And so I posted this on my Facebook too. So so this morning, the boss gives us a text and says, how did you ladies feel about how yesterday went? And we were a great team. We were awesome. We're actually going to connect outside of work too. So so then we hear this lady's not happy. And this happens often, guys. When I was working in the cleaning business, you get these people who just want something for nothing constantly. You get this in the restaurant business too. Oh, I didn't like this or I didn't like that because they don't want to pay for their food. Sometimes it's legit, but a lot of times, like at one particular restaurant I was at too, they gave away most of their food. I mean, I cannot tell you how often the manager came by, wrote food off at the table, and they were known for giving people free food. I mean, not that it's a corporate restaurant that has very good food, but this person, any little complaint, let us take money off. And I'm like, wow, you know? So this person tried to get, I think, service for free, and we got them today because all three of us worked as a team yesterday. I said to this lady before we left, because I had more experience with cleaning, I think, than these girls did, or customer service. So I said, hey, want to check everything before we leave. Are you happy with this stuff? Da da da. Yes, yep, it's fine, she says. And we were very hospitable. We talked about a million things. But after we left, instead of her speaking up at the time, she decided to complain after. So I had even said, she had just said, could you get that tub or something? And I had said to one of my coworkers, I'll go get that. Then would you have my back and check it? She's like, yep. So we did that. Another girl's work I checked, and then they checked my work. So we were a team, like a real close-knit team yesterday, and we had each other's back. So when the owner came, with a message this morning, she's like, oh, these are the complaints she has. And we're like, nope, we got that, we did that, and we did that. And so we had it totally, down what we did. And we're like, it's too bad she's not happy, but we're not coming back for free service because that's on her. So guys, this is the type of crap you got to put up with in a cleaning business. And of course you want customers to be happy. Of course, that's what you're about. You're about making people happy, but of course there are people who take advantage of that. So we had plenty of pictures and everything, and we were just like, nope, this is what we did, and we wrote it out, we texted it, and then I said this was not in the service plan. We had a vague service plan for them. Just clean the kitchen, clean the master bedroom, clean the bathrooms. It was very generic, so there was nothing like we are going to do that. So and then even this week, I had someone wanting me to clean paint, and I said that's not in the service plan. That's never included, and so I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole different situation. But you got to make sure your service plan is covering what you do and what you don't do. And so we just pushed back with this customer, and she's like, okay, you guys are right, you did do this and that. And so she's gonna, the boss is gonna deal with that, because this is the kind of stuff you deal with business. So I loved cleaning with these girls yesterday. They were amazing. We did an awesome job. So yeah, and this is part of business, guys. It's part of, taking the heat and being able to say, I'm going to be professional with you, but these are the boundaries we have. So